In this video, Melody and I are going to give you an overview and tour of Colonial Williamsburg in Virginia. Let's get to it.
Check out our latest RV and camping related gear at our Amazon storefront. Link in video description.
Okay, Melody and I were just in the visitor center. It's just behind Melody, off to the left there. And we purchased our tickets. We decided to go with the annual pass. This is Melody's annual pass. And the reason we decided to go with the annual pass, we're going to be here a week. There are 3 options. You can get a day pass, you can get a 3-day pass, or you can get an annual pass. And we felt the annual pass was the best value for us. That way we can take our time and just take in all there is to see here in Colonial Williamsburg for a full week. But we really got a surprise when we were at the ticket counter. Let me show you our receipt. This is our receipt from the visitor center purchasing our tickets. And you can see here, I showed the attendant at the visitor center my West Virginia state driver's license, showing that I'm a veteran, and we received a whopping $37.50 discount off the price of each ticket. So for 2 annual passes, we paid $112.48. That was a pleasant surprise, folks. Let's go check out Colonial Williamsburg. Once you buy your tickets at the Colonial Williamsburg Visitor Center, we went right out the back door, and there's a nice walkway that'll take you to Colonial Williamsburg. There's free parking here at the Colonial Williamsburg Visitor Center. You can also catch a tour bus that will take you to multiple stops within Colonial Williamsburg, and that tour bus is included, shuttle bus, is included with your admission ticket. Melody and I are going to walk the walking trail down to Colonial Williamsburg. The walkway from the visitor center to Colonial Williamsburg takes you right along the Colonial Parkway. And it's well signed. And it is scenic. Look at this creek running through the tunnel. Once you arrive at Colonial Williamsburg, a good place to start is the Governor's Palace. Let's go check it out. Going inside the Governor's Palace.
I'll be a little bit with the people on the road. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you would have been let in this house by a footman, an Englishman, dressed in the governor's livery, or in other words, his uniform. It's a very quick no. No, I don't look like somebody who's coming through the front door, do I? You know, I might get through people getting ready.
The ballroom.
Come on, let's dance, honey.
These are the gardens behind the Governor's Palace. That was a very interesting tour. Highly recommend. It is a beautiful day today. And before they finished up the tour, they told us that every day from 4 to 5 p.m. you can come back to the Governor's Palace, take your time, and do a self-guided tour. The tour we were just on, they kind of usher you from room to room and give you a little talk in each room. It was very interesting.
Still resides within the palace, as you may have seen, sir. In addition to that, we have confirmed reports that he also left all his weapons behind. Those weapons being public property, I believe we are within our rights to confiscate them.
The walkways to the rear of the Governor's Palace, they are made of shell. These are white clamshells. We caught up with the ladies in the kitchen at the rear of the Governor's Palace.
So that's which I made clean and lovely.
So that looks pretty good. Is that a dessert that you're...
It is not a dessert in the 18th century. You would think of it as a dessert today. It's a queen's cake. But we are not separating sweet versus savory. We do heavy versus light. So this cake is far too heavy to be dessert. Instead, it's going to go out with your first course.
I'll give it up to me.
And it's going to be a side dish for your meats. Because why are you going to save the cake to the end of your meal when you're so you're not hungry anymore and you're so full that you don't have room to enjoy it? You're going to eat it while you're hungry.
There you go.
Thank you.
And look, now it's clean. Ta-da!
It seems to be slightly different. Well, sometimes called forgery cap, but dragoons always want to be special little boys because they're fancy on horses. So their fatigue cap, what they wear when they're on like mess duty, like I'm doing right here, has to be a little special. So what does it look like? Why is it different? Well, I found a thing from 1790 where they talk about liking the French style caps, and so I looked up what French style caps look like, and they're pointed.
It's like an elf hat.
Yeah.
Here comes another carriage. It's a beautiful day in Colonial Williamsburg. Well, Thomas Jefferson just gave a tremendous speech right here in Colonial Williamsburg, just down from the Virginia state capitol. How cool is that? So just down from the Governor's Palace is where you meet for the ghost tour at the Playhouse stage. This is where we will catch the ghost tour tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. And they have various different presentations here at the Playhouse. Well, this is the courthouse where they meter out crime and punishment, and you can see some. I really don't know what they call those, where you stick your arms through and your head through. We'll go over and find out here after we finish up in the courthouse. They're supposed to give a little talk here in the courthouse here in Williamsburg, Virginia. Let's go check it out. So I asked the lady at the courthouse steps, and she was very knowledgeable. There's 3 different types of punishment here. This is called the pillory, where you stick your head and arms through, and your ear was actually nailed to the board, so you couldn't go anywhere. And this was the next step. I actually forget what she called this, but your ankles go through here, and it was supposed to be a painful experience. And then the last was this pole here, which was the most severe punishment, and that is the whipping post, and you could get up to 39 lashes. So that was the courthouse here in Williamsburg, and they more or less addressed misdemeanor type of crimes. The major crimes were addressed down at the Capitol building, and that's where we're headed to now, is the Virginia Capitol building. They have some animals here in Colonial Williamsburg. So if you're a veteran, they have a Liberty Lounge here in Colonial Williamsburg. Let's go take a peek at the Liberty Lounge. Okay, so it says present your Colonial Williamsburg ticket pass. And if you see here, they put a star on mine. I'm from Clarksburg, West Virginia.
Okay. Too far?
This is the Liberty Lounge. Folks are really nice in here. It's air conditioned. And they have the young ladies making me a cup of coffee in here. Donut shop coffee at that. And yeah, this is the Liberty Lounge. They got places for you to seat in here. They have water. Pretty cool. That was amazing. The coffee was good. That couple, and it was a couple, husband and wife, that are volunteers. They're veterans as well. And that is an excellent stop. If you're a veteran, stop in at the Liberty Lounge. And she told us that if you go to buy your tickets for Williamsburg online, you won't get the military discount, the veteran discount. But if you come in person and you show them your ID, identifying yourself as a veteran, you'll get that discount. Good to know information.
While we're outside, please feel free to take photographs. You're more than welcome to take pictures. That is quite all right. The only thing I will ask is that while we're walking up and down the stairs, please make sure you're not taking pictures then, just for safety. You don't want anyone tripping and falling. Other than that, photography is fine. Flash is totally okay too. As you're down right here in the Capitol building, the room you're starting in today is the General Court. I think we have almost everyone for this. Just welcome my friends.
State Capitol buildings up there. What really made the tour were the people, very knowledgeable, gave you a good grounding in the history, not only behind the Capitol building, but how Virginia became an independent state and how that led to the Declaration of Independence in Philadelphia. Right now, we're at the Capitol bus stop. We're going to take the shuttle. It's a free shuttle with your ticket. We're going to go to Merchant Square. Melody and I are going to get something to eat. And here comes the shuttle bus. The Mellow Mushroom at Market Square in Colonial Williamsburg. That's where we're going to have lunch. We decided to eat at Mellow Mushroom. They also have burgers and salads and beer. I just ordered a beer. Well, we just got our salads here at the Mellow Mushroom. Melody got a spinach salad. And look at this. That's a small salad. That's a small Greek salad with balsamic vinegar. The ale is like, wow. So Melody just got her steak hoagie. Take a look how many walnuts are in that salad. There are a lot of walnuts in that salad. All kinds of neat stuff in that spinach salad. But there's our hoagie. And here's my hoagie. All the goodies were buried underneath the lettuce. But take a look at that hoagie. The Mellow Mushroom at Merchant Square in Colonial Williamsburg. Well worth the stop. This is Merchant Square. Very quaint. Plenty of seating. Several days later, we came back to the Governor's Palace to check out the garden area. We didn't spend much time back here after we finished the tour of the Governor's Palace. Let's take a morning walk through the gardens at Governor's Palace. And there is so much color in July. Wow, this is pretty darn neat. Beautiful. After you walk through the gardens at the rear of the Governor's Palace, you keep coming back and it looks like there is a maze off to the right here. Melody just entered the maze. Let's go check it out. So you can just see the top of the maze right here, and then there's this elevated area right in the center of your screen. Let's go check the maze out. Here we go. And it is pretty narrow. Oh no, there are multiple directions to go after you get in here. Well, let's follow Melody.
That wasn't the way.
That wasn't the way? Okay, let's try this way. No?
No.
Well, it truly is a maze.
Wrong way.
Wrong way!
Okay, we've got two options again. Which way do you think we should go?
Two options.
Let's go this way.
Yeah, let's go to the left. That's... Well,
I don't know.
well, let's go.
No, wait, hold on. Okay.
Well, we want to get up on that mound.
Well, there's a walkway to the mound. I don't know if we can get there this way. Okay, I think we did it.
You think we did it?
I think we did it. Maybe. Yay, we did it. Oh my gosh.
Well, we're back out of the maze, but we didn't get to that mound, so maybe we have to walk around the perimeter to get to the mound. Oh, there's a lake down in there, but this says mount, so I guess they're calling that mound a mount. And we should be able to reach the mount from this direction and look down on the maze. What do you see?
The maze. That's where we just were.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty darn neat coming up on the mountain. You have a beautiful view of the maze. No wonder we had such a tough time getting out of there. Something to see if you visit Colonial Williamsburg, Virginia. We're at the rear of the governor's palace. And I haven't seen these since I was a kid on my grandfather's property. These are green gauge plums. And this tree is huge. That, folks, is a green gauge plum. Man, they're good. They're not ripe yet. This tree is just loaded with them. Take in this tree right here. That is an oak tree. Compton Oak, Colonial Williamsburg. If you're visiting Colonial Williamsburg, don't miss the blacksmith shop.
Blacksmith shop, so we're doing a little bit of everything. You know, we might work on your lock, your hoe, your plow, but we're not really making those new. Mostly we're just doing repair work, and then some custom work as needed. But goods in the store are coming from those specialist workers. Because they're making them quicker, they'll be the cheaper alternative.
What's making the fire burn?
So the fuel is coal, bituminous coal, and then you know, there's heat in there, and then oxygen is what the bellows are adding. So you've got your three things necessary for fire there. The bituminous coal is coming from the Richmond area at the time. James River runs right through a coal seam, so
to be joining you in this year of 1757. And it has been a challenging few years, I think, for each and every one of you. For me, for my men on the frontier, we've been engaged in a conflict against the French and their allies since 1754, officially for the last year, 1756 to now.
Melody and I really enjoyed this presentation by Colonel George Washington. Melody and I are here in the evening at Williamsburg, Virginia. We're here to take a ghost tour right up the street here. Okay, let's go up to the ghost tour. Okay, we got our tickets and we'll be taking off here shortly. Videotaping was not permitted during the Haunted Williamsburg tour, but here are a few photographs. I hope you enjoyed this overview and tour of Colonial Williamsburg. If you like these videos, like and subscribe, and I'll see you down the road.